Day 3. I think it's Wednesday. Possibly the 21st of June.
Is everybody, guys? Am I missing anybody?
I'm here. Shout those on here.
Hey guys, good morning!
Morning!
Do it again, good morning!
Good morning!
That's better. Hopefully you all enjoyed Manali, guys. Today our destination is a place called Jispa. 140 kilometres today, and we're going over the infamous Rotang Pass. For those of you that don't know, Rotang actually means bed of corpses, because traditionally, years ago, a lot of people that tried to go over it never ever survived. So many people died up there. Obviously that was maybe before they had bullets or four-wheel drives or SUVs, but it literally means bed of corpses. It's a very famous place, and it's the only road that goes from here over to Leh. It is actually a national highway. You'll find it hard to believe, but it is the national highway. But we're sitting about 2,000 metres at the moment, and we're going to, by the time we get to the top of the Rotang Pass, it's up to 4,000, and from here to the top of the Rotang Pass is 50 kilometres. So we're climbing, we're doubling the height in 50 kilometres. So we're going to climb all the way. The first part of the road is pretty good, and believe it or not, we get to a place called Muddy, whatever you want to call it, and then after that, guess what?
Muddy.
Yeah. The reports we're getting at the moment is things have improved. It's not as wet as it was, but there is one section that is pretty muddy, and it might not sound a lot, you know, if it's maybe half a kilometre or a kilometre, but to try and get through it. Last year, guys, coming down was the worst that we'd ever seen it, and the bikes were in 3 foot of mud, and you could actually get off the bike, and the bike would just stay where it was. So we've never actually went up it when it's like that, so we're really wondering what it's going to be like. There is no secret to it. I would just say try and keep the momentum going. If you get stuck with the bike, try not burn out the clutch if you're stuck in mud. If there's trucks stopped or buses stopped, try and get round the outside. You're going to have to be a little bit daring, and it's going to take us a little while to get up there. It is only 50 clicks, but it's going to probably be a hard 50 clicks. The road going up's quite narrow as well, guys. A beautiful road going up the first part of it. Just watch for traffic coming down. It's very busy. Interestingly enough, the Rotang Pass closes on a Tuesday. That's why it was yesterday Tuesday. Yeah. That's why it was so busy in Manali. Lots of people are waiting to go up there and go over it. So today will probably be quite busy because everybody that's been waiting here for a day will be heading up over the Rotang Pass. Plus, traffic sitting on the other side will be coming down. So just take your time coming up, going up. Once we get to the top, we'll have a stop up there. If you can find a place, just one of these dabas, they do fantastic Maggi noodles, but they do them with the chilies and all the vegetables in them as well. And then we're going to come down up there. There's a little check post at a place called Coxar. Sam will be ahead. Hopefully we might be held up there while he sorts out the paperwork, or we might just go through. But once we come down at the top, we stop there as well. And then we hit a bit of highway, which is probably the best bit of highway that you're ever going to get in India. It's absolutely fantastic, guys. It's so wide, just up, it goes alongside the river. It's absolutely fabulous. Don't get too carried away in it, but it is such a beautiful bit of highway. And that highway continues. Now every year that we've done this, the highway has they've put more kilometres onto it. So I reckon it's going to be pretty good. You're going to be going through some of these little villages, so please take your time, because it looks like main highway, but 2 years ago it was just a dirt track. So, and there has been a lot of accidents with locals as well. They're just not used to where a truck would come crawling through, now coming through in top gear, cars, vehicles, all the rest. So just be very, very careful. There's going to be a lot of people in these areas. And also today you're going to see the terrain start to change. Once we get to the other side of the Rotang Pass, I think we really start to get into the true Himalayas as such. Tonight's destination, like I said, is a place called Jispa. It's about 3,200 metres, and it's a really, really beautiful place. And I said make the best of this, because for the next few days it's going to be basic. The hotel tonight is basic. I would imagine it's going to be a bit chilly there, and then from the next 2 days on we're going to be camping. So you know, if you can get a cold shower, tonight, that might be a good idea to get one, because I'm sure when we get to the campsites, and they are seriously cold. Sarchu is 4,400 metres and Someruri Lake is 4,200. I would reckon the chances of getting hot water there is nil. Okay, so any of you tough ex-marines that want to go out and have a wash in some freezing cold water, feel free. So if you get a wash tonight, it might be the last one you get for a couple of days. We're going to fuel today, guys. When we come out of Manali, there's just a fuel station. We're going to go back down the way we came. Back to that roundabout. You can only go one way, down to the left. Yeah, because you can't go straight on. And as we come back round, there was, I don't know if you noticed, but the bridge you came over last night is one way. Well, when we come back round, we'll take this bridge. But we go over the bridge, over the river, we take a left, so we're heading back along the river. The river on the left-hand side, the left-hand side is the River Bias, which originates up in the Rotang Pass. So we'll follow that for quite a bit. It's a glacier-fed river as well. And we'll also fuel. There's another fuel stop before Jispa, a place called Tandy. We'll fuel there as well. So we'll fuel twice today. But like I say, we should make pretty good time. The only delay is going to be the Rotang Pass as such. So I think we'll really have anything else still to mention?
Photographs? You haven't done the photograph?
Yes, yeah. One thing I forgot to mention is that we may get it further on in the trip, but yesterday you see a lot of these kids, they put their hand out, and when you pass them you slap their hand. Unfortunately, if anything happens to them, they're going to be taken to the cleaners, so I would say try not to. Please don't slap the kids' hands, because, you know, this big leather mitt travelling at 30 miles an hour on their little hands, you know, with the best will in the world. So what I generally do is put my hand out and pull it up at the last minute, whatever. So, but try not to slap their hands, because or just wave to them.
Don't hit the kids.
Yeah, please don't hit the children. 40 miles an hour on your big leather glove. It's not good for a reputation.
Go long.
Yeah, wait till you get home. So anyway, Raj. Yeah. I don't know, some of you guys have been on, who's been on trips before with us? Yeah, so you know a little bit about what we do. What we have, guys, is we actually, we have these. We have these, which we nominate every day, which are going to be nominated today. We have, we'll have this one, yeah,
model.
okay, which is really the nice one to get, right? I've never had this one. I've had the other two plenty of times. Okay, and there's this one. Yeah. Now, what we need you to do is, really for these guys that, I'm sure there's been a few stories told, you know, you're all mates, you know, and you maybe tell somebody something, well, you know, what we want you to do is then get somebody into your confidence, then come to us. Okay? Don't worry about it's not a good story, we'll add the masala, okay? We won't let the truth stand in the way of a good story, because we need to nominate these every single day. And this one especially, it can be two types of skid mark. Yeah, so, yeah, and it has been nominated for various reasons on various occasions. And like I say, I've actually had the Dick of the Day and the skid mark. I've actually had the two of them on the one day. If you have a look at the book from the trip we did in the south, what I did is the southern trips are charity trips, so when they send the charity girls out, they want to put them on the back with someone safe. That's the theory. But I managed to come off with the charity girl on the back, and she was pretty bruised, you know. So yeah, so I got both of these. So no one's immune, and that includes the team. So I think if we could just more or less start with Spirit, as we always do. Spirit is really about someone that's embraces what global enduro is all about, and we are really, you know, I say a bunch of guys, and females as well. We're up here. We're riding bikes. We're having a good time, and that's what it's about. Just a sense of adventure. And there's many different people come on these trips, and you know, I love it when I first see people. You know, when you first meet them, and you know they're a bit concerned with whatever, and you know, And like I said, we have different levels of riders, and you know, we have people coming here that maybe think they're the best riders in the world, and you know, they're going to show everybody how it's done. And we have them that come that really don't know much about it. And just one person in particular that I was talking to, and they had not really hadn't even ridden a bike off road before, and they were really quite concerned about the trip in general. But the very fact that you know, we don't pull any punches. We tell you on the website it's going to be tough, you know, you are going to fall off, you know, you're really going to have to push yourself. But and when I spoke to this person, I was a little bit concerned, but I have to say that you know, for not having a great deal of riding experience, and I don't know how many others have, but this person in particular I think really stood out in the fact that always smiling, always happy, not a lot of biking experience, but stayed on the bike and thoroughly enjoyed it. So I have to say, I have to give spirit to, where is she? Caroline!
Hey!
This has to go on. Okay guys, have we got any photographers here? Come on, we've got to get a picture of this. Right? Come on. Sorry?
You got to change your shoe, yeah.
And this has to be worn on the outside, and you hand it back. Now you don't hand it back at night, you have to present it again the next morning. So come get a picture with your Spirit t-shirt. Remember guys, we need stories. Yep. Well done.
Thank you.
Skid mark. Oh dear. There was a nomination, wasn't there? Did you witness something there?
Yes.
What did you witness?
So yesterday we were coming down here, but
This is just a nomination. Just a nomination.
before everybody stopped to get a dip in the water. So riding along, one guy has a puncture. So the mechanics come out, change the wheel, and he asked me, "Is this the first puncture on the trip?" I said yes, and the mechanics say yes, and they actually say you're a lucky man. This is how he starts the bike, rides off, and 2 minutes later, the car park, he's on the road, and a bus in front of him. Colin what?
Just a nomination. Just a nomination. But I have to say, the one yesterday, it was I was obviously riding up front, and Sam I heard something going on the radio, and a few of you guys were with me, and Sam just waved me down. So he stopped up on the radio. He just said to me, "There's been an incident."
Okay.
So, okay, first thing I ask, is there a third party involved? Not that we don't care about you guys, do you know what I mean? We do genuinely, but it makes it much more complicated. We have to then do different things if there's a third party involved. So he says, "There's a third party involved," and I said, "Who is it?" He says, I don't know, and so I'm a little bit concerned. I'm waiting, you know, I want to know who it is, and I want to know if he's okay. So eventually I find out, yeah, he's okay, yeah, and Sam's sorting it as such. So then we move on to Annie, where we all stopped and we were buying the chai. And here he arrives, you know, and the bike, I don't know if you all seen the bike, but the bike's a mess, right? But anyway, he had said at the time, sat down, and it was really quite funny, and I was just observing, you know, I thought, I'll listen to this one. Let's say, guys, he's okay, so I'm fine with that. So he comes in and he sits down, and you know, he starts kind of dissecting it. And I heard this, "What's the bike like?" He says, "Yeah, it's just the handlebars, you know, just the handlebars." It's a bit more than the handlebars. It's all the bits that join onto the handlebars, like the wheel, like the front forks, the headlight dome, and all the rest. So he starts going into this. You know what, like we do, guys. You know, well, what happened is I was tipping to this corner, and you know, there the explanation went, and it was really funny. And then Martin just said, "So you came off then?" So we all know who it is, and like, thankfully he's okay, but he's definitely getting skid mark. Nico. Yeah. Wear this with pride. Now I have to say, guys, that you're not exempt from wearing this 2 days in a row, okay, or 3 days in a row. Well done, mate. Glad you're okay. And like I say, team's not exempt from this either. You know a little bit more about this one, Raj. What happened? I think one of our so-called team took a client the wrong way. What was it that happened?
One team member marking the bridge just before Kulu. So this person's on the bike in the front and a client following.
Don't see the name yet.
Client following this person. So this team guy, he just waves out, saying, taking the wrong way. And he says, just looks at them. Ah yes, it just carries on the wrong way.
So anyway, he should know because he's done it before, and he's done the trip before. So Dick of the day. Yeah, I'm still So these guys, you know the score, right? We need some stories, okay? Anything that happens, and even anything that you've been told over the past couple of days, please come to us later and let us know. Guys, have a fabulous day and ride safe.